Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in a new brand episode of Pro Wrestling Culture Podcast. I am Aldo Fiadone, and here with me, former X Division champion, former WWE Cruiserweight champion, and many other titles in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, one of the best in this business, Lio Rush. Thank you, Lio.
What's
How are we
going on,
doing?
man? Thank you. I appreciate that introduction. I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. I think you are one of the most wonderful pro wrestler in this industry. Sincerely, I think that, and I think you proved that during your X Division title run in TNA last summer. Your match against Chris Sabin in Impact 1000 was awesome. For me, that was my match of the year, and I wrote that in my awards of pro wrestling culture last December. So, what about your feeling, your thing about that match?
I'm so glad that you brought that match up because I was just watching that match back actually a few weeks ago. And even though I lost, I definitely felt like that was by far the best match that I've had in 2023. I think I showcased what I could do in that ring to the highest. Um, and I did it up against one of the best, wrestlers in the world. Somebody who has changed our industry. Yeah, that was a favorite of mine. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that match.
I saw you the first time during the final of a Ring of Honor tournament in 2016, and the first time that I saw you, I said, "Wow, this is fantastic. This is a big star. This is probably become a big star." And after 2 years, I think you go to the WWE. And in the main roster, we saw you as a manager of Bobby Lashley. So the chance Lashley was epic. Sorry, but
No,
was
you're good,
epic.
man. Those were good times. I've been talking about those times a lot recently, and I enjoyed it, man. It was fun. It was fun, and I'm glad people enjoyed it that was watching. So
I was there for WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey, and
wow,
awesome. Yes, that was awesome.
yeah.
So, and after that, you go to the NXT roster. You become the cruiserweight champion. So, I think the cruiserweight title, as the X Division title in TNA, is one of the most important title in wrestling industry, in
Hold on,
particular
you talking
because
about you talking about this title right here?
yes,
That's what I'm
exactly, yes, exactly, yes.
yeah.
I think that that is one of the most important title in industry because with that title we can see the real talent of many stars in this industry like you. So, what do you think about that title run, and why that WWE run didn't work like the TNA run or the GCW run?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. I think that run was extremely special, uh, but I feel like it was short lived. I feel me personally, I could have done a lot more with that title. Uh, and it was a very small glimpse of what I could do. Uh, I'm so grateful for that moment. I'm so grateful to be, a former WWE NXT Cruiserweight champion. And I'm extremely grateful and proud to have represented African Americans with this title. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. I definitely feel like I could have done more. I think by the time the X Division title run happened, my career in between the two wins um, was so monumental. I mean, I've done so much in between those two times, and I feel like me winning the WWE NXT Cruiserweight Championship opened up a lot of people's eyes when it comes to what I'm capable of inside of the wrestling ring, and that I can and should be looked at as a champion in this industry. Uh, I love the X Division title run. I feel like people already knew that I was a champion coming in, which made it that much better, and which made me look like that much more of a threat to everyone else, which wasn't a shocking thing when I defeated Chris Sabin for the title. It's like, yeah, I should be able to defeat, Sabin for the X Division title because I'm a former world champion in my own right. So, um, yeah, I enjoyed both runs, both for two different reasons, and both were just extremely special at two different points in my career, which is really cool.
But there is a chance to see you again in a WWE ring or in a TNA ring.
I think there's always a chance. I think there's always a chance. It would, at this point in my career, it would not surprise me one bit if I were to be back in NXT or Monday Night Raw. Might see me on the stage at WrestleMania again. You might see me at Slammiversary again. You might see me on another, TNA pay per view. Like, who knows? Like, the possibilities are endless. I feel like in wrestling right now, and I feel like people are coming in and out of doors here, there, and everywhere. So, um, yeah, as long as I can keep myself healthy, which I am, I'm in the best shape that I've been in, and probably forever. I feel good, um, and yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm staying pretty busy right now, so I feel like with the momentum that I've been having, anything is possible.
So, and you have always an open door for New Japan Pro Wrestling because you are a part of the chaos and one of the most important stable inside the New Japan Pro Wrestling history. But in your opinion, in this moment, without Kazuchika Okada, uh, will you be the new leader on or one of the most important figure inside the chaos in New Japan?
I feel like I could be a great leader within chaos. Um, and I feel like Okada saw that in me. Uh, I feel like that's why I was a part of chaos. You know, nobody knew what was going to happen with
Yeah.
with Okada.
Yeah.
And nobody saw this coming. I certainly didn't see this coming, and I'm in chaos.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
yeah, so I feel like I wouldn't be in chaos if Okada didn't see that in me. I feel like everybody within Chaos has a very special and unique relationship with Okada that can only be translated through me and him. Um, but yeah, I feel like I could be a great leader of Chaos. I feel like I bring the chaos. I feel like I am the chaos within chaos. So it was a
The man
natural
of the chaos.
man of the chaos. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, you're bringing back memories, man. Come on, I'm not trying to tear
Yeah.
anything up. I got to get on a plane to Japan right now.
I'm very happy for that. Yeah. So before my next question, I want to introduce my partner in crime, the professor Matteo Pagliarella. Hi, Matteo.
Oh, what's
Hi,
up?
Mr. Rush. Hi, hello.
What's going on?
I'm fine. I'm fine. You?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
This is a very huge
So,
conversation, Matteo. Yeah.
okay.
So, Leo, always about New Japan. In Wrestle Kingdom of last year, you were inside the ring against Francesco Akira and TJP for the junior tag team championship. So we are very proud about Francesco Akira because he is Italian and in this moment is the leader of the Italian movement in the entire world, because he is in New Japan inside the United Empire. So, what do you think about his talent? If he will have the opportunity to shine in a big league like New Japan, AEW, TNA, etc. But most importantly, I want you as a junior tag team champion, also in New Japan. I think that title will be perfect around your waist.
So what do I think about Francesco Chiara? That's what you're
Yeah,
asking?
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna kill him because he did this to my face. He
Oh,
he uh he has an ass whooping coming. So that's what I think
Yeah.
about Kier. But no, in all seriousness, he is so talented. I feel like Italy should be proud of him for what he has done. Not only for himself but representing his country well. He's a history maker, and yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. We've had our differences, as you can see, and I'll forever be reminded by Akira. But he's good, man. He's really good. Um, yeah, he's got a receipt coming. He might have a receipt coming in Italy one day. I might just pop
Yeah.
in Italy.
Why not?
man, we really hope so.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
yeah.
Uh, We also saw you in AEW Ring 3 years ago in 2021. But the AEW roster, the AEW product, I think is very different between AEW or WWE product, also with the TNA product, a very total different product of this business. But about that, do you prefer a good storytelling? Do you prefer a good match without, with or without a storytelling? So, what do you prefer inside that ring?
I feel like there is no match if there isn't storytelling involved.
Yeah.
I don't think that those are two separate options that I should be weighing. Uh, you know, um, you've got to tell a story in that ring, or you're just two chickens with their heads cut off. You know what I mean?
I think that is this is the reason because I loved so much your match against Chris Sabin. That was full of story. From the road to Slammiversary to Impact 1000. That was a full of story.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. That was a really fun time and an unexpected time. This was my first time on television in years, and uh, being on the independent circuit, you are focused on, all right, I want to get a good match. I want to get a good match. Um, and you're not following the independent promotion storylines within the company. You're just coming in, you're doing a match, unless you're heavily involved with that independent promotion. But you normally coming in and you're doing a one-off match. You want to put on a good show. You want to put on a good match for the fans and for the audience and for the promotion. But me being on TNA or Impact at the time, now TNA, it reminded me that the storytelling is so important, because you are on television and you can't go out there and just do everything that you can and know how to do in one match, or there's not going to be room for anything else going on in the storyline, on weekly television. So I enjoyed doing what I did with Chris Sabin for Impact. I think we told an incredible story. I feel like the ending of that story was beautiful. Him being, a 10-time X Division champion. Yeah, it was amazing.
And we enjoyed your run in Game Changer Wrestling. For you, the GCW can be really the new ECW for professional wrestling.
I mean, I definitely think so. ECW, and I don't like saying that something will be the next something, because ECW is so special. Not only because of the product, but because of the time that ECW was running in. Um, I think GCW in its own right can be, you know, just as big.
Yeah.
And it can be the first GCW, which it is. I mean, what they're already doing is incredible. Uh, they're an independent promotion that's traveling the world, not even just the country, but the world. And that's I mean, that's amazing. Being able to damn near sell out every city and every state and every country that they go to. There's a demand there, and it's reaching so many people, which is amazing to see. So yeah, I think who knows where GCW is going to be, a year or two, 3 years from now. Wrestling is evolving and at a rapid pace, and I feel like GCW has been ahead of the curve for a long time, and we might just be seeing the the start of something truly unique and special on a national level. So yeah.
And you will make a return in Europe the next month. Can you tell us more about that return? The various companies when you wrestle.
Yes, I'm so happy for this tour. I'm gonna pull it up right now for you because there's a lot of dates, there's a
Mhm.
lot of shows, a lot of
Yeah.
promotion. I'm touching places that I've never been to before, which I'm so
Mhm.
happy about. I've been fortunate enough to have traveled the European scene before I went to WWE. But
Mhm.
now being able to go to so many more places that I have never thought or imagined that I'd be wrestling in. So I definitely want to take you through this list. But on the 29th of February, we got IWN. That's going to be in Milton Keynes, Europe. And then on the 1st of March, I'm in Wolverhampton for OTT. And the following day, OTT in Dublin,
Wow.
Ireland. Then on the 3rd, we got Slam Masters wrestling, and that's going to be in
Yeah.
South Wales. This is my first time wrestling in Wales, so I'm pretty excited about that. My family, because my wife's family is from Europe, so from England, so
Okay.
they're all going to come out
Yeah.
and support on that Wales show. WXW for the 16 karat, that's going to be
16
incredible.
karat of gold. Yeah.
You got it.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's going to be really cool. That's going to be on the 8th through the 10th of March. And then on the 16th, I'm going to be in France for Tigers Pro, the 17th for APC Catch. So I've got 2 dates in France for
Mhm.
2 separate promotions, which I'm super excited about. Um, and then on the 23rd, I'm wrestling in Romania. I didn't even know that there was a company in Romania, but I will be wrestling
Yeah. Yeah.
Pro Wrestling, and this is, I believe, their anniversary show. I'm so honored to be a part of this show, wrestle in front of those fans. I'm grateful to even have fans in Romania. Like I said, I didn't even know that there was a promotion in Romania, let alone wrestling. So um, I'm so excited, man. And then I'm going back to Tigers Pro back in France on the 31st of March, and that'll wrap up my European
I'm
tour.
I'm very excited for your date in OTT and WXW because I follow the over the top wrestling in Ireland since 2019, and I was there for the anniversary in October 2019. Uh, they um, are a real and awesome company, absolutely. They are full of talent, and I think you are the right person to wrestle there and absolutely. I'm
Thank
very
you.
happy for that.
And
I'm very, very happy.
I can't forget. I will be a part of a show on March 5th, and this is going to be the memorial show for Matt Kurt, and that's going to be
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
going to be Manchester, England. So
Okay.
definitely wanted to get that in there.
And
Yeah, that's going to be a special.
another, we lost an awesome person. I meet him 8 years ago, and with my friend Fabio Tornaghi, that I want to say hi to Fabio. He's the promoter of Rising Sun Wrestling Promotion, and after a conversation with him, we booked Matt Kurt in his first match here in Italy, and a tragic loss,
Yeah,
absolutely.
very tragic.
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times last year, and we always talked about how we enjoyed each other's wrestling styles and how we thought that we were entertaining and that we wanted to wrestle each other. Unfortunately, that didn't get to happen. But yeah, he seemed like a really good dude. Good head on the shoulders, a kind-hearted soul who had a lot of people who cared about him, and he cared about a lot of people. So yeah, it seems like a tragic loss for everybody who knew him. So it's heavy for me, and I've only met him a few times, so I can only imagine how his friends and his family must feel.
You are a beautiful person, Leo. Don't forget it.
No,
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
don't forget. Matteo, your turn.
Okay, so Leo, how did you become so good in ring and with mixed skill?
Hold on, you're gonna
Very
have to
simple question.
repeat this question for me one more time. What did you repeat it for me one more time?
Okay, how did you become so good in ring and with mixed skill?
I just wanted to hear you say it again, man. I'm sorry.
Okay,
But
okay.
I don't know, man. Practice. I'm a fierce competitor, and I'm a fierce competitor with myself. I definitely
Mhm.
feel like I'm a pretty hard critique when it comes to anything that I do in life, but specifically athletics. So I think my training. Um, yeah, I'm a huge believer in practice makes perfect. And when I first started out in wrestling, um, I practice all the time. If I wasn't at training in the ring, I was at home shadow wrestling in my room. I was looking in the mirror and seeing how I looked while I threw a punch or anything. I was just such a perfectionist with myself when it came to learning not only professional wrestling but my craft within it. So yeah, I think just practice makes perfect for me. Nice, easy, and sweet. Yeah, I'm a trainer. I like training. So I guess that's how I got as good as you're saying that I got, and I appreciate that.
Mhm.
I take pride in my work because I do feel like nobody moves like me in that ring. And that all comes from knowing who I am and knowing how my body works and what my body reacts to physically. So, yeah, thank you.
The worry, the worry. And which skill do you prefer in ring?
Um, See, there needs to be a new name for it.
Okay.
Because it's in an entirely different category of its own. And I feel like I don't really fall into that high flyers category. Because I really don't fly high. I mean, the only thing that I in the air is my frog
Okay.
splash. Um, and that's why I think people like the frog splash, a lot too, because that's the only aerial move that I really do. Everything else that I do is pretty low centered and to the ground, and it's quick movements and using my evasiveness to my advantage. So I think it needs a whole new name. Maybe we just got to call it the Lio Rush. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
That's the only if people get asked what kind of style you wrestle and you feel like you move like that, just say I wrestle the Lio Rush.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, Leo, what you think about this new era of wrestling? Because we saw, of course, a very good moment in the United States. We had a very good moment in Japan. But of course, for your next month, you will see a very good moment in Europe, and with the last PLE in Perth in Australia. So a new Australian movement. What do you think about this new era of wrestling?
This new
Should be
era.
a part of it.
Yeah, this new era of wrestling is beautiful, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be a part of it because I've already put in the work. I put in the work years ago on the European scene, and I feel like I'm so glad that I can now revisit the European scene with I've already done a little bit of work and being introduced to all of these incredible fans from all over. I think the beautiful part about this new era is that we are getting an opportunity to be viewers of all of these different styles of wrestling across the entire world. The wrestling platform is growing, and um, a lot more people are being opened up to all of these new styles internationally. I mean, I feel like people in Europe, there might be wrestling fans who have never really seen what a European style wrestling match is. The style of wrestling is so different. The style of Japanese wrestling is so different. The style of lucha libre is so different. I'll even say that I bet you, when I go to France and when I go to Italy or when I go to Romania, they'll have their own unique,
Yeah,
distinctive
you will see
styles.
the very original catch in France.
Wow. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, this is, you see, you're getting me excited for wrestling there because I've never wrestled there before, and I'm sure that experience will be entirely different in itself, and probably a little bit of a challenge for me
yeah.
when I wrestle who I'm wrestling. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Although I think Leo probably could be a very good opponent with Mr. Flowey.
Ooh,
You better
ooh.
watch out.
For, for Mr. Fowley.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
know
I
who
think yes.
I am.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes
we're
is
gonna
the right
send you.
answer. Yeah.
We're gonna send you some videos of this character, a friend of us, Mr. Flowey. It's so cool, and he wrestled in Italy, so he could
No,
be a
yeah,
very good opponent
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
please.
And okay, I have one question that I say in every time with a very important guest, especially if they work in a very high company. There is some problems now that exposed in wrestler in big company that it is about the mental issues. What you think about this kind of problem, and if the new Japan give you some specialist to support you during your time in during the events?
Um, I mean, I think just mental health awareness in general is very important and a very important topic that should be discussed and should be discussed openly within wrestling. Um, there's no secret And I'll say that there's no secret because everybody goes through it within wrestling. You know, there might not be a pool of people who are constantly saying that they go through this or go through that, but we all feel it. We all understand what it means to be a pro wrestler, and we all know what it feels like to be a pro wrestler. You know, I think it's something that shouldn't be, you know, shadowed or covered or sugar coated.
Mhm.
You know, because if we are all in this to be role models and heroes and people who can change the world and change the reality of people who watch us within their reality, I think that we can save so many more lives. I feel like we can inspire so many more people to keep pushing forward, to keep believing in themselves, to keep, you know, being persistent and consistent and you know what I mean? And communicate. Communication is key. And you know, wrestling, the wrestling community is such a strong and binding community that we should all, you know, communicate with one another. So that's how I feel about mental health and mental health
Yeah.
with professional wrestling. I think it's very important.
Okay. And you talked about before be a hero, but the question is, what you prefer, be a hero or be a heel?
Man, that's a, you know, that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one for me. I like being the bad guy sometimes, you know.
Okay, you're a villain.
It gives me that rush. It gives me that
Okay.
feeling that you know, I like
You
I
you are
like
not the Leo Caddle. You are Leo Rush.
I am, yes, this is true. This is true. But I mean, uh, you know,
Okay, be
it's all,
balanced. Be balanced.
yeah, it's a big
Okay.
balance, man. Big balance.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So Aldo, it's time for last question, or do you have other questions?
I think it's time for the last biggest question
Okay.
of the podcast.
Is
Leo,
it?
Leo, be alert about that.
Be prepared. Be prepared. We
All
heard
right,
a
Be
lot of
prepared.
funny things.
let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, Leo. So, do you have some fun stories or something funny that happens to you or someone you know in or ex ring that you could share to us?
Oh man, something
We're not
fun.
police, huh? Leo, we're not police.
All right.
Don't worry about
Hey,
Don't worry.
um, here you go. This happened to me, and this happened to me pretty recently. I don't know if you see my entrance jacket, really
Hmm.
big, puffy entrance jacket. It's really long. About 2 weeks ago, I stood up on the top rope during my entrance while I had that jacket on. And I ended up not stepping on the rope. I stepped on my jacket. And
Okay.
how my foot is perched on the top rope, stepping on my jacket in the process, I realized that if I stand up fully to get in the ring, I'm probably going to trip, fall, and be the meme of the century.
Yeah.
So, what I did was I placed my foot that was on my jacket and on the top rope at the same time. And I would normally stand up and hop down and just
Yeah.
land on my feet. I was forced to do a dive roll in the ring,
Okay.
save myself from being the embarrassment of the show and of the century. And I ended
Okay.
up doing a roll during the entrance. And this might not sound bad, but for me, it's pretty embarrassing because I
Yeah,
don't.
of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So you're not the next Titus O'Neil in Royal Rumble.
no, definitely,
Well,
definitely. but definitely not. Thank God for my athleticism and my will to think quickly off of my feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing and scary for me.
Yeah, you're smart, man. You're smart.
Yeah.
Leo, you have also a career in music. I love your entrance music in TNA and in GCW. What about that career? There is other opportunities in the future.
Yeah, I love making music. As you can see, I'm in a music studio right now.
Yeah,
This is home for
beautiful
me.
studio. So beautiful studio.
Um, yeah, I love making music. It's been in my family forever.
Mhm.
So I just feel like it's a part of me. Uh, my entrance music, which is called "I'll Be Me." I'm glad that you like that. A lot of
Yeah,
people have
yeah, very
um,
beautiful song.
been saying that they really enjoy that one, and I've been doing. I've made my entrance music for the past 4 or 5 years now, and this seems like one that's really sticking out to a lot of people. So I'm glad that you enjoy that one. I've also got another single that's out right now called "The Rub." If you haven't seen it, I just put the music video out 2 days ago, and it's in a wrestling ring. It's where I trained, Maryland Championship Wrestling (MCW). So you can probably see it in that video too. I literally trained, made the music video, went right back to training. So yeah, it's cool.
Fantastic. And we are
That's so cool.
really glad to have you here with us, Leo.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much
much.
for this opportunity. Sincerely, and I love you so much because you are, like I said before, one of the most wonderful person and pro wrestler inside this business. With all of my heart, that I want to share my words with you. Absolutely.
No, thank
Thank
you.
you
I
very much
really
for this.
appreciate that so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
But
Leo. And
we hope to see you in Italy.
Hopefully you can be a part of this world tour T-shirt,
finger
man.
crossed.
Look at that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got a
Finger crossed. Finger crossed.
Italy dates on the back of this one.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And then, absolutely. Thank
Okay.
you once again, Leo, and thank you
Thank you
to
so
all of the
much.
listeners of Pro Wrestling
Thank you
Culture
so
Podcast.
much. I appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Bye.